Have you ever wondered why she suddenly grew cold, even after you gave her everything? Why she pulled away without a word, leaving you confused, angry, and questioning your own worth? Most men have lived through this silent rejection, but almost none understand what really happened. The truth is, she was testing you. A test you didn't even know you were taking, and like 99% of men, you probably failed it. But here's the promise. Once you see this test clearly, once you learn how to face it, you'll never lose respect in silence again. Studies show that over 80% of women admit they quietly test men without ever saying a word. They don't call it a test, but it's built into their behavior. Picture this. She suddenly goes quiet during dinner. Her tone shifts, and her smile fades. She doesn't tell you what's wrong. She waits. Most men panic in that silence. They start over-explaining, apologizing, begging to know what's happening. And that's the exact moment she loses respect. Because the test wasn't about solving her mood, it was about seeing if you could stay calm in the storm. Think about it carefully. She doesn't roll her eyes. She doesn't yell. She doesn't tell you what's wrong. Instead, she withdraws into silence. Maybe her texts suddenly get shorter. Maybe her tone turns flat. Maybe she just looks at you differently, waiting. In that moment, she is not asking for flowers, long explanations, or desperate promises. She is watching. She wants to see if you'll collapse under the pressure of her silence. And here's the harsh truth. When you rush to fill the silence with nervous words, when you chase her energy instead of holding your own, she feels it instantly. To her, it signals weakness, not because you're unkind or unworthy, but because you showed her you can't stand firm when tension rises. If you find value in uncovering these hidden truths, consider subscribing so you don't miss the lessons that most men never hear. The Stoics taught that power is not about controlling others, but about controlling yourself. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When she gives you silence, she's handing you a mirror. She's showing you whether you can remain calm, whether you can stay grounded in your own frame. Most men fail because they react. They let her storm pull them in. But the man who stays steady, who doesn't rush to fill the void, who simply breathes and holds his presence, he passes. He shows her he can be the rock in her chaos. And that single moment of stillness is often the difference between respect and rejection. Imagine she sends you a cold text, short, delayed, with no warmth. Most men respond with panic, typing long explanations, double texting, even begging for clarity. But the Stoic man does the opposite. He notices the shift, but he does not react emotionally. Instead, he stays present, answers with calm brevity, or simply lets the silence stand. Or imagine this example. She suddenly grows distant at dinner, her energy colder. Most men start overcompensating, joking too much, oversharing, asking what's wrong. But the man grounded in his frame simply holds eye contact, eats in peace, and lets her return when she's ready. In both cases, the message is the same. He is not controlled by her storm. His power is inner control, not outer performance. Understand this clearly. Staying calm doesn't mean becoming cold, distant, or arrogant. It's not about punishing her with silence or playing childish games. That's still reacting, just in disguise. True Stoic presence means you remain steady without closing your heart. When she tests you with silence, you don't chase, but you also don't withdraw into anger. You acknowledge the moment with calm confidence. If she pulls back, you give her space, but without bitterness. If she asks, you answer with clarity, not defensiveness. The key is balance. Neither overreacting nor ignoring, but responding with grounded intention. This is the man who passes the silent test. not because he resists her, but because he shows he can hold both her storm and his own strength without breaking. Research in psychology shows that women often create micro moments of tension to measure a man's stability. It's not malicious, it's instinct. A woman wants to know if you can carry weight without collapsing. That's why she suddenly changes her tone, delays her reply, or grows quiet at random. Most men fail because they see these moments as problems to fix. They rush to fill the silence, to explain, to seek reassurance. But here's the truth. You don't pass by fixing, you pass by holding. The right response is steady presence. Slow your breathing. Relax your shoulders. Let your words be fewer, but intentional. If she tests you with distance, don't beg. Simply keep living, keep moving forward, and let her feel the gravity of your calm. This is not indifference, it's leadership. In the end, every man faces this silent test, not once, but again and again. Most fail because they chase, they panic, they forget their own strength. But the few who pass, those who stay calm, grounded, and unshaken, earn a respect that can't be faked. She feels it, she remembers it, she follows it. Now the question is, when was the last time a woman tested you with silence, and how did you respond? Share your answer below because your experience might wake another man up.